Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be working on count symmetric integers. And in this one you're given two integers low and high, and an integer consisting of 2 to the n digits is symmetric if the sum of the first n digits is equal to the sum of the last n digits. Numbers with an odd number of digits are symmetric. Return number of digits in the range low to high. So in this case you have to have 2-digit or 4-digit basically, so in the range here it's just going to be this. And then there's this other one, so they tell you which ones are symmetric, so these are symmetric. Okay. So, there's kind of two ways of doing this one. Well, there's probably multiple, but one, you can turn the digits into a string, and one, we can kind of hack the problem. And by I say hack, so we have constraints here that you're not always given. And we know the only valid digits will be 2 digits or 4. And so you could use the hack to figure those out. Like 2-digit numbers have to basically be the same digit twice, like 11, 22. And you can check for this, right? So if it's in the range of 11 to 100, you can just mod it by 11. And then if it's 0, then you know it's right. And if it's a 4-digit number, you can take the first 2 digits and the last 2 digits by doing a mod and a divide and then compare them. But I'm just going to pretend you don't have constraints because it's not really good to kind of like hack the constraints. So instead, what we'll do is we'll have a generic solution. And the generic solution is going to be pretty easy. We're just going to take our number, turn it into a string, count the digits. If it's odd, we'll return false. And if it is true, we'll take the left half and the right half, and we'll just add all the digits together and compare. So we'll make like a helper, return a Boolean is symmetric. So it'll just take a num. And I don't remember how to do this in Java, we'll find out. So we'll just pass in a string actually. Alright, so if the length of num is odd, it's false immediately. Okay. Now we want to get the left and the right half. So what's the half point? So the half point is just going to be num length minus 1. So for example, if num is length 4, we want to get 0 to 2 and so on. So actually not num length minus 1, num length over 2. Alright, so we're going to say string left equals num substring 0 to half, string right equals num substring half to length num. Right. Now for each one of these, we have to calculate the sum. So we'll just say like int left sum equals 0. For we can just loop through the characters of the left. Alternatively, we can not make this string. We can just, so we can make 2 loops. Instead of this, we can just loop correctly. So we can say left sum 0, right sum. We can actually even do another better thing where we can just maintain a total sum, and anything in the left will add and anything in the right will subtract, and then the whole thing has to be 0. So we'll do it that way. So we'll say for int I equals 0, I is less than half. And then we can say total plus equals. So we want the character, so half, or not half, num character at I. And so this is going to be an ASCII character, which is fine actually, now that I think about it, because we're going to be adding and subtracting, so it should cancel out to be the same. So actually this is totally fine. Okay. Yeah, so this will be fine, and then we just have another. Actually, we can even do more simplifications. So we can say this as well. I plus half. So essentially this total has to be 0. So basically, like, let's say we have a character like this. So we're going to add the first character, which will be some ASCII value. We'll add the second character, and then we'll subtract these 2, and they should be the same. So we don't actually care about the offset because the offset should go away, so it'll be fine. So then we just return total equals 0 there. And now we just call this on everything. So we'll say 0 for int I equals low, I is less than or equal to high. That if is symmetric, I, and that's it. Probably don't have the right brackets or something. Let's see, a symmetric. Okay, so we need. All right, so we need a string. So I think we can just do this. Is that right? String. Let's find out. So I think if we want a string cur equals, can you use this? Let's see if this works. String. No. Can we do I dot toString? And I don't think we can do that either. Let's look up that. So int toString Java. And it's integer, so this is what we want. Yeah, I was gonna say we can't do integer because it's not an integer, it's an int. So this will be fine. Okay, there you go. So now we just call cur. Okay, and I think that should just work. And then we just return jet. All right. Oops. All right, there we go. Cool. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you could do the hacky thing. The nice thing about this is, first of all, this is generic. Also, going through the characters of the number is of one time because the number is like not that big, right? It's like 10 digits or something at the most, so it's fine. So yeah, whatever you prefer, either one's fine. I want to say there's some math way of doing this as well, where you can just count like the combinations. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be tricky, the math. I think if it was like a palindromic number, you could do something like that where you could just build like all palindromes. But because here it's not palindromic, yeah. So I do think if this was like counting a number of palindromic numbers and then this high was really big, there's like a faster way. But regardless, so this is linear and space constant. Because here we're not making anything, and here we're not making anything either. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. And yeah, I definitely, like I said, I looked at the editorial and that one was kind of hacky. Wouldn't recommend anything like that because like in real interviews, you're never given constraints, right? So you can't just like, let me try 2-digit numbers and then 4-digit numbers and then 6-digit numbers and then whatever. You could actually make a generic one, now that I'm thinking about it, where you could get the left and the right half with like a remainder and a mod, I think. But yeah, not going to think about that. So either one, whatever you prefer. But yeah, thanks for watching.